Today we are conducting CPR and first responders training at Rome Business School for secondary school students. Recently we got approval from the Commissioner for Education, Lagos State, to train all secondary school students in Lagos. And excitedly we got some funding from Woodhall Capital Foundation. That funding is to train 15 secondary school students. And we have here students from 12 secondary schools, including King's College, Queen's College, and many other public schools from these 5 districts of educational districts of Lagos State. Our goal is to change our orientation towards pre-hospital emergencies in Nigeria. Basic knowledge on what to do when people have heart attack, cardiac arrest, or accident is lacking. So people would rather take pictures and video and put on social media, and they watch the people die. So we realize that over 30-40% of deaths in Nigeria are associated with these gaps. So we said, let's be part of this solving the solution, not lamenting and talking about it only. So that's why we've assembled these students at senior secondary school level from various schools.
The CPR and life-saving skills is no longer an option for Nigerians or for anybody. It's actually a necessity, owing to the fact that emergency is something that you can no longer avoid. Emergency is something that can happen anywhere, in our homes, in our school environment, on the road, even in the hospitals. So it's necessary that everybody should be able to have the skills to help, save a life today, tomorrow, or in the future.
My name is Clement Uvili. I'm a trainer in heart saver, basic life support, and some other American Heart Association programs. I also do trauma. I've been in this for over 2 decades. I've had training, lots of training with especially oil servicing companies, because those are the categories of groups and persons that have actually embraced this course right from time. This training we just did now is just an abridged form of basic life support as well as first aid for schools. I have passion as much as possible to train as many people as possible. For now, I can't really count how many I've trained, but I'm sure it should be over 4,000 persons, at least in Nigeria. So I just hope that the government will embrace it so that people will be trained from primary to secondary and even higher institutions. We'll find that most of the cases we have, even in the hospitals, are issues that could have been addressed at the very primary level. And once we're able to do that, most cases that are actually transferred to the hospital or that becomes a problem for the health sector will have been addressed at that preliminary stage. So I encourage our nation as much as possible to embrace it so that more people will be trained, especially those in the primary, secondary, and high institutions. In fact, it's a training for everybody. All professionals should be trained. Once we are all trained, we'll have an opportunity to save life. I personally have saved life. I've saved somebody. No breath, no life totally. In a church. I have done that. And I tell the story every time because I'm happy that I had the opportunity to save life. Many more people could save life if we all know what to do.
My name is Uche Harrison. A staff of Federal Ministry of Education, King's College to be specific. I thank God for this this first aid responders training. The training is very, very enriching, and from this training I'll be able to learn things like CPRO, how to administer CPRO, AED, first aid on burns, fainting, shock, and so on and so forth.
My name's Nofsat Sanusi. I'm a house parent working with Avicenna International School here in GRA. Today's event has been really enlightening, though I've had a previous knowledge, not a full-blown training like this, but I've had a little exposure prior to this time. But today's training has given me an in-depth knowledge, and I quite appreciate the opportunity given to come and learn more today.
I'm Mrs. Bangboshe from Onitolo Secondary School. Honestly, today's program, we are still on it. It's just wow. I really enjoy every bit of it. Now I learned that safety should be everyone's priority. You should learn to save life before the arrival of doctors.
I'm Miss Alim Hanifat Omowumi, representing Sango Sen Secondary School, Agege Education District 1. Yes, this program has really helped a lot. It's about how to save life, people that have cardiac arrest, heart attack. In fact, we've learned a lot. We have a lot of lives to save out there. People just die due to simple reasons that are not meant to take their lives. But here we've been taught a lot. The students have gained a lot, and there is assessments going on right now to assess the students what they've learned. So a lot of emphasis have been placed on CPR and the use of AED. And I believe that later or sooner, maybe even today, I'll be able to save a life.
My name is Elani Yomadolapo. I'm from Mende Sen High School. Well, I've learned so far how to rescue people, how to be a lifesaver.
My name is Mbacha Emanuela, and I'm a representative of Lagos State Model Senior College, Ojo. And on this program, I have learned so far that when there is an emergency, you don't need to wait till the arrival of a doctor, but you can quickly get your first aid kit, and you can get your AED, and you can perform CPR on the patient.
I'm Precious Noli, and I'm a representative from Avicenna International School. What I've learned from this training is how to perform CPR on people, and how to use AED and call for help 112 for Nigerian emergency and 767 for Lagos emergency. And this was a nice experience for me, and I hope I can share to everyone in my school.
My name is Judge Marvelous Olabamiji, and I'm a representative of Awori Adeyemi Senior Grammar School. Today I learned many things. I learned how to administer first aid. I learned that I could be a lifesaver. I could save life around in my society with the use of CPR, AED, and I also learned that nobody is too small to save life.
This is an initiative that is partnering with the ministry to carry out this training for the pupils free of charge. Many lives, of course, we know would have been saved if all and sundry understand what to do, how to apply simple techniques in saving lives. So this is a very laudable initiative. We pray and hope that this will be extended to more schools in the state. We also pray that the training will be scaled up to even teachers in the state. And on behalf of the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Ministry of Education, I want to say a big thank you to Health Emergency Initiative and the organization that sponsored this program. want to say a big thank you. We also want to say a big thank you to the Ministry of Education for collaborating with partners like Health Emergency Initiative. We look forward to more collaboration with Health Emergency Initiative.